Oh, hello there. Yeah. Where the hell was I? What was I doing? Let's see. Seems like a trip to Winter Spring might be in order. Uh, we have a single golden Sansam, which I am loath to get rid of. What else? Ah, got these. These I will use to farm the Juju. What else? What else? We have plenty of these. I think unless these get below a full stack, there's really no point. Sharpening stones, always something I could use more of. I believe they stack up to 20, but even if not, we're down to half a stack of 10, so we should get more of those. Juju power, not in short supply. Yeah, so today is Friday. I don't see anything on my list of raids. So I guess I'm a free agent. Molten Core is tomorrow. And Nax is when? Nax is tomorrow morning. All right. One thing I would like to do is to get more badges. I just don't want to go through. I just don't want to have to earn them. I want them to be given to me freely. So we'll see what we can do about that. The other thing. What is the other thing? It only works for 12 seconds. That's so ridiculous. Let's see here. There's that old quest to get the next set of Dark Mantle, but seems a little bit pointless. Right. Let's... Okay, one thing I should do is I effed up my talents last time, so we may as well fix that right now. I did save my new combat spec, which deprioritizes slice and dice increase over with it deprioritizes the slice and dice in favor of the combat points or combo points finisher. So let's reset my talents again. We'll deal with that on the flight, and we'll see what's in my mailbox. Another Fashion Week thing. Black Banded Top Hat. No, see, it's for some reason it reset my Fashion Week stuff. Hey, Adis. I've been good, Leon. Went to Japanese food with the fam today. Had a few beers. Now drinking coffee to just get my shit together. I probably will have to stop the stream in a couple hours for an event with Engines of Fury, and then I'll probably come back, but I'm not sure. Depends on how out of control the kids get. Right now they're all distracted, so should be good for a while. Let's see here. Community special, 2 p.m. UTC. What time is it UTC? It is 11:30, so at over 2 hours away. Things that I need to do. Fishing, as always, would be good. But other than that, I don't know. This is soulbound, so we can just toss that. We'll add these to my fashion coin stash. Wait, I do have more space here. I could store the golden sand sam, I guess. We'll eat that later. We'll probably get more rune cloth. And we should try to sell the blinding powder, I think. Oh, we are way low on poisons, so we'll need to do that before we go. Let's see what the blinding powder market looks like, though, because yesterday it looked oversaturated and underpaid. All right, it's better than yesterday. I think things were like dipping down to the 10s. This is more acceptable, so I'll post a stack of 20. Can move that down there. And let's go fill up our poisons. And what else? You'll probably start Turtle WoW next week. Kind of excited but nervous too, since there's no questy add-on. There is a questy add-on. In fact, when you get the new launcher, you'll be able to install the... is it called PF Quest? I forget what it's called. But basically, in the launcher, there's now a section for add-ons, specifically for add-ons, and you can just add all the add-ons that they support there. And it's very convenient. So I believe there's at least 2 of them devoted to quests, neither of which I use because I just don't... I don't particularly like being told how to solve a quest. I prefer the mystery. Or at the very least, I like to think about it for a while before I give up. So that's something to think about. Can get those installed. All right, instant poison. We have 2 left. Let's just get a full stack of 20 then. So we'll need 5, 10, 15, 20, and we'll need 40, 80 dust of deterioration. We already have 5 for some reason. So we'll get 15 to start. And let's look at deadly poison. We need another... Yep, we need another full stack. 10, 15, 20, 70, 140 deathweed. Which is kind of ridiculous. Uh-oh. It stops counting, and now I don't know. 20, 40, 60... Wait, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. We need 5 corrosive poisons, so let's get that too. And we just need 15 dust of deterioration and 15 deathweed for that. So we'll start with 20 instants. Okay. Maybe you should start with that add-on and then install if you get frustrated. That would be my recommendation. But, you know, everyone plays differently. There are a lot of new quests. And if you start as a goblin or a high elf, it's all new quests. So consider that. But everyone has their own preference as to like how much problem solving they want in their quest lines. Me personally, I prefer to do 100% of that, and I only give up when I feel like the quest line is misleading me in a stupid way. Which happens more frequently than I think should be acceptable in a final product. But whatever, you know. We all have our various standards, and standards change over time, right? Okay, now we need 20 of these. So yeah, if you want to have a mystery, start with a goblin or a high elf, and you'll get completely new starting zones with completely new quest lines. I will warn you that the high elf starting zone has a bug in it. If you were interested in alchemy, you're going to have trouble getting herbalism there. My main professions are skinning and leatherworking, which I don't recommend. I think the best profession to make money is herbalism alchemy, and then I would probably transition to engineering at some point when you have all the money you need. I'm thinking of transitioning over to engineering for this character already. Simply because engineering provides opportunities to do cool stuff that the other professions do not. Like using a teleporter or reviving someone. They have Turtlewell PF quests? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you still get the questy for those quests? Okay, so yeah, if you want any mystery at all, don't install anything in terms of quests. But if you don't care about mystery and you just want to get through your quests as fast as possible, go ahead and install PF Quest, I suppose. Which is available in the launcher now directly, so you don't have to worry about not being able to find the right one or going to GitHub or any of that crap. Which is actually very, very convenient. In my opinion. Okay, we got our poisons. We are ready to go. We're gonna go to Winter Spring and fill up on fire water. We only need 4. I don't think it's important to have double stacks anymore. And then after that, we'll go for Juju Might. And probably in our attempt to get enough fire water, we will most definitely refill our Juju power beyond what we need. Honestly, I can't use that stuff up fast enough. You use a voice add-on, but sadly Turtlewell quests are not voiced. There is an AI voice add-on. Someone gave it to me, but I never was able to get it quite working, so I don't know what the deal is there. I just imagine the voices in my head, and sometimes when I find a quest that I think is interesting or I haven't seen before, I'll read it in a voice, which you guys may already have seen. Let's say I want to be a high elf. Which profession should I pick at which level? I'm just interested in fun. I would say if you don't care to do crafting early on, I would get mining and herbalism. The problem is that in the high elf starting zone, the herbalism guy doesn't. He's not neutral faction or something. Anyways, I wasn't able to get herbalism from him. But basically just get stuff to collect, and then while you're killing mobs and stuff, whenever there's a mining node or whatever, you can grab all the stuff from it, and then you just build up a huge chunk of gold that way over time. And then when you do get into crafting, I mean, if you sort of decide like you want to try jewel crafting, because jewel crafting is the new one, or if you want to try something else, depends on what your character is, I would assume. Or if you just want to go for engineering, you can stockpile all that stuff. Or sell it as components to get gold to get the stuff you need. Either way, just collection is all you really need. Anything that collects stuff. So you could go skinning and mining initially, and then just sell all the skins and sell all the copper ore. They're a classic vanilla voice add-on. It doesn't have Turtlewell custom quests voiced. I think you should work for that add-on so everyone could use for the Turtle custom zones. I think I mean, like, if we're gonna do it, I think we would want to voice it with our. We have a pack of actors, like on the. Let me see what's on the radio. maybe there's a good example at the moment.
And even the radiant light from Northshire Abbey's finest chandeliers. Well, I've just applied some to my own weapon, and it's so beautiful. I want to get closer and. My eye!
Side effects include excessive attention from thieves, sporadic bouts of narcissism, and the risk of being outshined by your own weapon. Please note, we are not responsible for excessive gloating or any unfortunate accidents resulting from unsheathed grandeur.
Now why walk through the world smelling like a mere mortal when you can embody the aroma of the divine? Drench yourself in the Last Symphony perfume, a scent so exquisite even the magisters will bow.
All right, that was a good example. So like, I don't know if we're gonna voice them. I think we should just go for it. We you know what we did do, or what we've been doing is all the books in the game, we've been voicing them and then putting them on the radio. But the goal was to have the books, when you open a page, it would read the page. Just no one's gotten around to it yet. I don't know. It's not a high priority for the team. I understand. I think it would be a very cool bit of interactive fiction. And then it should just like, the problem is like you have to program all that shit. So when it opens, play the sound file. If they close the book, stop the sound file. That kind of stuff. Which seems easy, but is non-trivial. Let me put it that way. I guess they could make an add-on, but anyone could make an add-on. All the voices are on the radio, so you can. And if someone is interested in making that add-on, I would certainly provide the voice files for them. I would use it too, honestly. I would rather hear some voice acting rather than try to read the pages. Often I end up voice acting it myself live, but you know how it is. Nom 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 nom. I have to clean my room. My office. I've made a mess. I've got a look at this. Just a bag of salt sitting on my desk. Who does that? It's for my eggs that I have every morning, but you know what I found out is that because I wasn't using iodized salt, I was actually getting like a bit of a thyroid problem, and now I just sprinkle that on every other day or so. It's more than enough to make sure that's not a problem. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have done all this while I was there. Let's just grab the money, and we'll save this for when we're back in Ogremar. Well, that's sad. This is the first time I've ever seen that happen. See, look at that. 22 gold. 4 gold. 4 gold. Rugged armor kit sold. Nice. Alright, we're all good there. I did not do my talents while we were flying, so let's do that right now. Alright, I wanted to do... We're going to have to take on the giants. So we need a combat build. We're going to go for the maces again. We don't need backstab. 100% need blade flurry. Next, I want deflection. And then we'll go into concussive blows. And then we'll go blade rush. Because the cooldown reduction is absolutely invaluable. Need surprise attack. Need need weapon expertise. Works on maces. Next. If we do this, we go all 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Next up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, Okay, we have 5 points left. Where are they going to go? Could go into dual wield, but we should actually finish this first. That gives us 3 points left. Are they better spent here or over there? Good question. Don't have a good answer. Is it survivability that matters the most in this build? I would say yes. So we're going to up our dodge. And we're going to do... Is it 15, 30, 45? Is this the only one that doesn't go to 100? This mount? No, this is Metzen the reindeer. I'm surprised you don't recognize him, to be honest with you. He has a very shiny nose, you see. Let me just check on... Share this with my daughter so she doesn't miss out on her chocolate. That is so important to her. Okay. All right. I think this is a decent build. I don't know if it's optimal, but it's probably good enough for what I'm doing with it. Though I worry about I would have liked to have seen some offhand damage increase, especially since my offhand is very heavy. Wait. I mean, there. It's a misplaced servo arm. 2.8 attack speed, so if that's not hitting for at least its full damage, it's not great. So yeah, with this build, I'm now using the Shawl of the Castellan, which I got in Karazhan yesterday, and I'm very happy about. The Shawl of the Castellan is only a point, like 2 or 3 loss of DPS compared to the Hodge, and it increases my dodge by 1%, and if I get struck, it increases my dodge chance by, well, it gives a 1% chance to increase my dodge chance by 35%. And it makes me transparent, which I'm absolutely loving. All right, let's go. Hi, A. Oh, fuck. It looks like this place is super heavy camped. I'm just gonna rush straight at this guy and realize that I've got all the wrong things and nothing set up correctly. Combat, adrenaline, and blade flurry. Yay! Okay, now we're set up for success. We're gonna have to go find our success elsewhere, though. It's so easy. It looks like I have a ghost costume on. Oh wow, this place is camped AF. Let's just rush to the top tier and see that if it's camped or not as well. Do you think Blizzard will use AI for quest designing or voice acting anytime soon? Yeah, probably. So I noticed a push to use AI from Microsoft, and that's, I think, why we saw. I think that's why we saw AI being used in Warcraft 2, the Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1. What would you even call those? Poo-poo platters. I don't know what to call them. I know they suck. So if they're making smaller teams, I think they're trying to maximize profit through the use of AI, and Microsoft has invested heavily in AI. So it stands to reason that they're going to use it as much as possible in everything that they have. Which, if you like the use of AI, I guess is a good thing for you, and if you don't like it, then it's obviously going to be not so fun. The question is, will they use it in World of Warcraft? I don't know. I guess it's a question of how much control Microsoft has over what the team does directly, which could be a lot. I really honestly don't know what their how that works. I don't know if there is a Blizzard anymore, or if it's literally just all Microsoft. Oh, we're done. We'll just do one more. Because it's here, I don't know. God damn, that's easy. Alright, we got 5. 5 and 6. Wow. Wow, everything... The stars just aligned on that one. I guess it was bound to happen eventually. Next up is Juju Flurry. Though we actually need a lot more of those, because you want to have a stack of at least 40, I think, going into a raid. Because you can use up to, like, 5 in a single raid encounter. On things like in Nax, for example, Loteb would be something where you could use multiple flurries, and probably should. Would AI even be able to design quests properly? I don't think they would use it to design quests. I think they would use it to for like voice stuff and to reduce the burden on their game designers in some fashion. In what fashion exactly? I don't know. Alright, we're saving our chrono boost for when we go to get the Juju Mite, so... But maybe I'll use it if it's slow going on the flurry. Not even overflow. We'll have to turn these in at some point. Just don't know when. Alright. Flurry next. Reduce the burden probably means layoffs, though? Yes. Yes, it does. Here's the trap. As soon as a couple designers prove that they can use the AI and get away with it, and no one's the wiser, and it doesn't cause any backlash, and it produces okay enough work that people will buy it, as soon as that's proven, layoffs. Boom. Now we can reduce our staff by like 20% or 40% or 50% or 80%, depending upon what workload the AI was doing. That is a guaranteed occurrence across every megacorp that is investing into AI right now. So that is our very real imminent future. So if you are working at one of these companies, please don't be a good little stooge and just prove that your job is not necessary. Because the moment you do, you're fired. And there are examples of this throughout time. In particular, programmers automating tasks and then effectively handing over the code to their higher ups and then getting laid off immediately after. Don't end up like them. Don't do it. Let's see if I can aggro him. Yeah. Why am I not? Uh-oh. Okay. I botched that quite a bit. But I'm still doing fine. We need so much Juju Flurry, though. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? So, yeah. That's my advice if you're working with any AI yourself, or you've been asked to use an AI to do something. Be very careful, because you may obsolete yourself very quickly. And find yourself out of a job. But hey, if it's worth doing yourself anyways. Right? AI will make art for $90 for $90 mounts. It's possible. I doubt it, actually. Texturing a 3D model is actually something that I don't think AI is very good at yet. What it's good at is hallucinating what that or not hallucinating the process, but hallucinating the final model in 2D form. I don't think I've seen anything producing legitimate 3D models. I think that they've tried doing that, and the results are very dissatisfactory, you might say. Come on. Oh, everything's dead. Wait, oh, there's another one here. Perfect. I know we need over 20 of these. We need 27. No, there's 6. 27. The future is doomed. No, we'll see. Oh, wow. I didn't see it come. Where's mine? All the stuff. I have one more thing, I think. Yes, these. They're mint chocolate. No one else is gonna like them. I didn't know they came in separate wrappers. Should be one more. You're gonna keep it, aren't you? It's fine, try it, see if you like it.
I'm gonna try it right
No,
now.
well, I mean, if you don't like it, just give it to the baby. It's mint. I would have saved it for after chocolate. Good? Give it to the baby. Give it to the baby. Give it to the baby. Give it to the... Give it to Bella. Oh my god.
Take it.
Nope, go away.
Yeah.
Go away. I'm taking your chocolate then.
Yeah.
Give it to the baby.
You eat it.
No, I've got 2. I don't need your cooties.
I don't have wings.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I thought Blizzard wouldn't touch their art team because it makes them so much money, but it seems as if they're using AI art now, and it's so weird to me. Sammy's gone. And that really tells you everything you need to know. Sammy's gone, Roman's gone. I don't know about the rest of the artists, and honestly, I don't know who they are anyways. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, guys. Dubai chocolate time. Okay, what the fuck? It's all sealed in. Where's my knife? There we go. I have to block my face. No. It's actually pretty good. Very crunchy. I think I definitely prefer it with dark chocolate. I think the milk chocolate is a little too sugary. And between that and the phyllo dough and the pistachio, I think the dark chocolate does it a lot. Does it better. Turtle WoW should hire Sammy, but Sammy, I think, is trying to make his own stuff. I don't think working on Warcraft again would be like his thing. I haven't asked him yet. I should just ask him and see what he says. I've upset the gnome. Morning cognitive disability. We'll see. I haven't talked to Sam in a while. I did ask him recently about a Turtle WoW thing. He's at least aware that Turtle WoW exists, I suppose. I basically don't take damage anymore. We'll have to see how this works with the giants, though. No. Tip. There we go. We should check out what my dodge is. Defenses. 33.9. 10% parry. Oh, that's not so great. What increases parry? Is it strength or is it just its own thing? We can get almost a 50% dodge just by using Ghostly Strike. And then with evasion, that would be almost 100%. Interesting. And this isn't even my dodge set. This is just regular. Oh. Damn. Damn it. What do I think their next big project is? Well, based on what I saw on LinkedIn from what they were hiring for, I think my best guess was an attempt to salvage that survival game that they abandoned. Because having all those assets lying around doesn't make a lot of sense, and like they did it before with Overwatch, right? So why not do it again with whatever that was? Yeah. So we'll see. It has something to do, it's some kind of open world game. Probably an MMORPG survival game would be my best bet at this moment. But I don't have any inside information, so it's just me guessing. Don't take too much meaning from that, because it really doesn't mean anything. Could be anything, could be nothing. In fact, they could just like be hiring right now for something else entirely, and that's like all a smoke screen for whatever that is. Or it could be an old job listing that they just forgot to take down from the survival game that they abandoned. No way to know. Is Riot making a LoL MMORPG? They were, but they basically laid off the lead guy. So now I don't know if they're still doing it. I imagine they are. They wouldn't just abandon it. Certainly I haven't seen a strong enough chunk of layoffs to suggest that they did abandon it. But hard to tell from the outside looking in. So they're probably still working on that MMORPG, especially with the success of Arcane. It would be silly not to, I think. It would be silly not to. Though it wouldn't be the first time a company did something silly. What are your thoughts on a certain software man who sings sea shanties? Oh, Pirate Software. He has some bad takes. Particularly on the EU software, saving our games initiative, but you know, his heart's in the right place. He seems to generally have a positive message. That's kind of all I could say about him. I did attempt to engage with him once, and immediately got shut down as like a goblin. So I don't even remember what the topic was, but it was pretty innocuous to me, and it was very much a thing that was something I was knowledgeable about, and I was just trying to inform him of something, and yeah, I got shut down as, like, he called me a goblin. So, fine, I'm a goblin. I do voice goblins, so...
You never know what you might find online.
He's in the wrong on that front, but I think that 90% of the time he's right. Yeah, that's the thing. I've watched multiple shorts of his, and generally he's on the right side of things, or at least on the positive side of things. So I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you disagree with me on this one thing, therefore you are scum and I hate you forever. Like, I'm not that kind of person, so it's fine. We can have our disagreements. I prefer to have those arguments like with them, and he shut me down as opposed to have that argument with me, I guess presuming that I'm just some know-nothing idiot. But that's obviously very dangerous. So, like, I don't know if you've noticed, if you're on my channel long enough, you'll notice that I tend to engage with people who have negative things to say, with a few exceptions where I know who they are and I know what they're going to say. Because I'd rather have that conversation and educate everyone else, even though I know I can't convince that individual. I'd rather have that conversation and go through all their points with them for the exposure to others to see how their viewpoints don't really make sense. And that's just my preference. Not everyone wants to deal with that, and there are occasions where I will rather just shut someone down rather than deal with it. So I totally get it. That day I was the troll. Sometimes we're all the troll. Sometimes we're Paw Patrol. Is Dave a serious person? I don't know, am I? Both of you are former Blizzard employees. From what you've both said, from the little I've heard of him and you, it seems like he's more of a casual person and you're more a serious person. Oh, I see. Yes. I would say that's probably true. I am definitely a more serious person. My character's eating, so I'm eating. Definitely get the Dubai chocolate with the dark chocolate. It's not working with the milk. It's too light. It needs the contrast. The pistachio needs the... It needs the dark chocolate. It just needs it. Ah. You get that vibe? Yeah. I ain't playing around. Well, I try to take everything seriously. Sometimes that gets me baited into, what do you call it? Bad faith conflict. And I'm trying to become better about recognizing it. I get the vibe from him Goblin accusing might have been a jest, that if you had played into it could have led to a far more serious... No, he wasn't listening to me. That was very clear. Bon appetit. Have a nice sweet treat. I was away for a few days and already tomorrow I'm heading on a 2-week vacation to Switzerland. Holy shit. Nice. Well earned since your job killed you the last 6 months. Yes. Always take that time off when you can. Get the fuck out of it. Fucking scammers. Every other day I have to ban these pieces of shit off of this Telegram. I hate Telegram. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I need what? 27. So I need 6 more. Yeah, enjoy Switzerland, man. I've never been to Switzerland. I'd really like to go. It's one of those countries that gets confused with Scandinavia, but I know it's totally different. The Swiss people and the Swedes are very much not the same people at all. Really? I've already flooded up my inventory here. Alright. Wow. I missed? Oh my god. Oh. Oh shit. Alright. Let's Try to... Got 5 seconds to kill at least 2 of these. Damn. We weren't really in danger, but... Just sucks to take that much damage. Okay. You got one thing right, both Sweden and the Swiss played both sides in World War II. Oh. Hot takes. We don't talk about that. But we probably should. Sorry to bother you about this. Just curious from what Pirate Software says. Blizzard was always evil, and it's interesting seeing 2 perspectives of people who both seemed important. I don't know how important I really was. I will say that Blizzard was... I wouldn't say Blizzard was always evil, per se. But I will say that they easily fell for capitalist traps. And if you really give them the benefit of the doubt, the people who were in charge, let's say Morheim and stuff, while I was there, were just doing what was necessary to make sure their business survived. Oh, hello. Whereas now, well, post Bobby Kotick, I would say, it was not about survival, it was about money. So... there's that. And employees were not treated correctly in any case. So Morheim has apologized for his part in that and recognized it, which is important. Bobby Kotick doesn't give a shit. And you can go pound sand. Would probably be his response if he cared. But he doesn't. And he never did. So there's that. Let's get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of that. Crap. I'm just wasting money now. You're a major developer considering what you worked on, I'd argue, and if Pirate Software isn't lying outright, his father did almost every cinematic. Oh yeah, no, I can vouch for his father. I worked with his father. Joey Ray Hall is a legend. Absolute legend and a really nice guy. And deserves all the respect in the world. Absolutely love Joey Ray. That's not even a question. Is dense stone... you know, I haven't looked at the market, so I don't... we'll look at the market. But yeah, Joey Ray Hall, definitely. He was the lead... what was he? Cinematic director? I just know he was the lead of the cinematics department. And or if not in title, like, certainly that's what he was doing. I heard Blizz were one of the best companies at abusing employees' passions to make them work for cheaper or free at times. 100%. Still are to this day. Yes. I believe the stock market is evil, and the funniest thing is when talking to someone in government who asked if I have any stocks, I said no because I think the stock market is evil. The government officer said, agreed, same. They know. What's funny is the stock market is modern capitalism personified, effectively. And what does the stock market do? It consolidates wealth in the wealthiest people. Because if you are extremely wealthy, you can afford to buy lots of stocks. And so I think it was like... it's like over 80% of the stock market is basically owned by the top 1% of wealth owners already. So when the stock market goes up, the wealthy get wealthier. And that's it. No one else does. Not really. So the idea that the stock market is any sort of indicator of the general well-being of normal human beings who are not billionaires is absolutely ridiculous. It is not a good indicator of that. I think I've drank too much caffeine today. And I'm not enjoying this drink at all. And it has sugar in it, so I'm just gonna stop. But I am going to finish this Dubai chocolate. It was way too expensive to ignore. My problem with the stock market has nothing to do with the wealthy themselves. It's purely that it gives control away from those in charge, consolidating control of the market. Right, but that's... And then the wealthy abuse that. So, like it or not, the wealthy are responsible. If they were ethical, they wouldn't do that. They would limit the amount of stock that they purchase. And then they would distribute the rest of their wealth to those who are in need. But they are not ethical. Capitalism is not ethical. If you need investment to run your company, you need to give something in return. I don't see it as evil. Well, that's the thing. You shouldn't need investment to run your company. And here's the thing. The reason that there were so many startups and so many more game development studios before... Well, in the 90s when the game industry was starting, is because you were paid your actual worth. When Electronic Arts was founded, it paid their people based on what the income of the game was. And, in addition, they would receive residuals, that is to say, additional payments for the lifetime of that product's sales, based on a percentage, based on their work and effort that they put into it, for the lifetime of the sales of that game. That doesn't happen anymore. I worked on Warcraft 3. Payments to me for the work that I put into it, which I would consider a significant contribution. I don't know if I would say like even 1%, but like let's say it was like 0.2% based on, you know, the levels that I did and how valuable they were. Let's just say that. I make 0, but I should make thousands. What? Can I help you?
I found out
Huh?
how to make Milo.
You're gonna make Milo cubes? And? And?
Almost
The texture wasn't the same?
it was
Oh.
almost the same.
Do you want this milk tea? No, me too. I don't want it. Give it to Mom. I'm not getting fat. Here.
My baton.
No, put that down. That is a very heavy thing. I could go through a wall. Don't. There's all sorts of expensive equipment in this room. I said don't! Put it down! What are you lifting now? Take this camera off.
100. 101.
100?
1 million.
That's like 5. We're gonna do reps, at least do 15.
I lost
7.
8. A billion.
Oh boy. Conversation
100
exploding.
trillion.
Agendas are... Wait, where are we? Agendas are pushed, can work because there's many voices that dissonantly cry out, but compare that to a small collection of voices dissonant and crying out, and you get a nightmare scenario of companies being inconsistent. And what? Huh? You want to go home? This is your home. Where do you think your home is? Hyjal? You have to join World of Warcraft then. That's where Mount Hyjal is. No, I'm sure you did 15 though. That's enough. Now go rest for 20 seconds and then do another 15. You want to take that in your room?
My room's already
Takes a lot more time than that. How much is a metal bar? Oh my god. Alright. You're distracting me, I can't read anything. What do you want? It's a 10 kilo bar, I think? 10 or 15. Why are you in here? I don't understand. You're bored? I see. Anyway. Okay, fundamentally agendas are pushed. Democracy can work because there's many voices that dissonantly cry out, but compare that to a small collection of voices dissonant and crying out, and you get a nightmare scenario of companies being inconsistent, and it's not a fight over money or power, it's a fight over control and enforcement of idealism. I'm not saying the wealthy aren't the only problem, they're one of them, thus the consolidation. I mean, they're a part of the problem. They are a part of the problem, yes. My point isn't that wealthy ain't the issue, my problem is purely based on one factor that isn't monetary, but is arguably more important: control. Well, they have all the control because of the money. Hello, Dave, never have kids freed. Yeah, well, she claimed to have just sharded in my room, so what am I supposed to do with that, you know? Apologies if that sounds rude. I'm more saying this because I am a bad communicator and don't want to seem ranting on one point without listening to you. I've had that happen so often. No worries. She wants to watch. She does not want to watch World of Warcraft. She won't play. She won't watch. She's not interested. She just wanted to come in here and she was bored from whatever she was doing. But I don't know. I told her if she wanted to watch Arcane, that would be one thing, but all right. What was I gonna say then? I've completely derailed my train of thought now. All right. So the problem with capitalism is that once a group consolidates wealth, they consolidate power too. So capitalism can only work if you separate power from monetary wealth, which means you need a communist government with a capitalist system. You need a mix of the two. Sweden has somewhat worked it out, but that's like a cultural thing where they really are trying to be super egalitarian. Money is the reason they have control. If they didn't have the money, they wouldn't have control. The stock market is about having a voice in the company, but you don't have a voice in the company. You get to vote with your shares, but who owns all the shares? You can trade the control for money, but I'd argue it's more about control. They are synonymous. They cannot be separated. If you have the money, you have the control. You can choose to not have the control, either by not voicing your opinion, but if you have the money, your empathy is reduced anyways, so you tend to think that your voice matters more. The more money someone has, the more power they gain. The more power you have, the less empathy you have for your fellow man. These are scientifically proven things. My questions for today, starting with this one. When you say that you scripted the Warcraft 3 level The Culling, how much were you involved in the story of it, if at all? I was involved in the story in that Metzen came in with a script, and then we gave feedback on the script. But generally speaking, Metzen wrote the story for The Culling, and for every mission in the game. So Metzen is the one most responsible for the story. In the level design, I had complete control over how the story is expressed. So Metzen writes the intro, Metzen writes the outro, everything in between is kind of me. But unfortunately, because of some complaints, a lot of the story that I wrote within the level, like the civilians weeping and like and gnashing their teeth and crying, all of that got kind of set aside.
Have a good one.
Unfortunate. But I also did a lot of writing for the game in the tooltips. So all the tooltips for the game, how they're structured, all of that came from me. That was sort of like a task I was given. Norway greater than Sweden? I am not getting into that one. Do you agree that stocks can be useful up to a certain point, and then when the company gets to a certain size, the ownership should be in the hands of one person or a group or another company? I think stocks get in the way of the company doing what it should be, doing what it should do. The fact that Blizzard was corporate owned didn't affect it up until Bobby Kotick decided that he wanted to get shareholder value out of it. As soon as that happened, I guess it started with Vivendi, who then sold it to try and get that shareholder value, and then Bobby Kotick continued that, trying to get shareholder value by maximizing the profits. As soon as that becomes the modus operandi, it's over. It's no longer a games company. It's something else. It's a product-making company.
Bye-bye now.
And it's not good.
You be careful now. Spirits be with you now. Be good. Bye-bye now. Good to meet ya.
Whoops. Stop it.
Be
Do you like RTS, or is it something you just enjoyed working on, or was it just a job? I'm not a huge fan of RTS. I was back in the day. Like I had played Warcraft 1 and really enjoyed it, and Warcraft 2.
relax.
But I wasn't a huge fan of StarCraft.
Be with you now.
But I was a huge fan of the potential of what you could do with the StarCraft editor, and the same sort of bled over into Warcraft 3 because the editor was so much better. So I would say that, generally speaking, I'm not an RTS fan. Like, I don't go out of my way to play RTSs, though I played a lot of RTSs predominantly because I was working at Blizzard on an RTS, so you had to sort of see what all the feature sets were and find the best ones to steal from, to take. I definitely enjoyed working on Warcraft 3, but that was definitely more that I had the freedom to do whatever I wanted. Like, there was no one dictating you have to do things this way or that way. It was more like, here's the beginning and end of the level, and like, you know, just get us from point A to point B, and however you want to do that is up to you. And that sort of level of creative freedom is something that you don't find very often in the game industry in general. So it was quite refreshing. Not that I had worked in the game industry yet, but in retrospect, it would have been refreshing. It's something I miss. Technically, StarCraft 2 had more advanced editor, but sadly, I've barely seen my project. Not sure what you're saying. Yeah, technically, StarCraft 2 did have a more advanced editor, but it was also much more difficult to use because of that. I have a Warcraft 3 mod that I have on Classic. Refused to go to Reforged, and it's something that I wish I had proper playtesting in. Any advice? Join these communities. Join the mod community is on Hive. There's tons of them. And I'm sure that you will find someone who will want to play your mod and give you feedback. It's not stealing, it's being inspired. Exactly. Exactly. That's how Blizzard approached it. And back when it was not a megacorp, it seemed perfectly fine. And probably was. These days, though, it would be, I don't know, seen as corporate espionage. How would it be seen? I'm not even sure. All right, let's get another set of 4 armor kits up there. You don't know how to find those communities? I didn't even know they existed. Oh, well, if you go on my Discord, there's a channel. What's the channel called? Gods of Mods. Go to Gods of Mods and post there your mod and ask for people to play it. And if no one responds there, go to Hive and then look at some mods there that you think are cool and go to those communities and see if their communities are more receptive. Oh, that's right, I found this. But generally speaking, you can find people willing to play them. I just thought of something. Let's do it here. Ha. Other devs that worked on Warcraft 3 and WoW, do you think know that they agree with you on Blizzard, or do some of them still work at Believe in current Blizzard? Ooh, that's a tough question, actually. It's a tough question because I know there's a few who still work there, and I know that they probably still believe in Blizzard as a company. But they've never really worked anywhere else, so they have no basis for comparison. So it's hard to say. I really don't know what they would think these days, and they're very tight-lipped. It's impossible to get any information out of them about what's going on at Blizzard now, or how they're feeling, or what's going on, or what they're working on. Very difficult to maintain those friendships in general, which is also frustrating, to put it lightly. I hesitate to join Discords because everyone I have joined has died. Even major communities. I somehow start a civil war. What the hell are you doing? I don't know. My server has survived quite a few conflicts, so it's up to you if you want to try. But if, you know what, if that is really the case, if every time you go on a Discord you start a civil war, I would ask you to consider the possibility that you might be causing a problem. You know what I mean? Because if everywhere you go carnage lies in your wake, the evidence suggests that you are the cause of the carnage. Just something to consider. Some little bit of introspection there, maybe. Not for me. I have trash. The game is way too difficult at the moment. You just need to learn when to shut your pie hole. I mean, that's innocuous enough. When I see it, I question it. That's all I do. That's your take. Clearly, that's not what's happening. I don't tolerate corruption of mods. Ooh, I don't know, man. I'm getting a vibe here. I think I know what's going wrong, and I think you're going to have to do a lot more introspection to figure it out. But I don't know exactly what's going on, so I'm not going to try and diagnose. It would be stupid to do so. But you can come on my Discord, and if it all goes wrong on my Discord, I will be 100% willing to tell you exactly what's going on. So, up to you. The Warcraft 3 Reforged editor breaks maps when you import... Oh, fuck's sake. Does it really? When you import custom skins, and has been like that since patch 1.5 years. Oh, that's fucking awful. Yeah, see, that's the shit that they broke that they don't care about because it's the editor and they're not supporting it as far as I can tell. I'm an extrovert who needs interaction constantly. Some would call that needy. Not talking is pain. Oh boy. Sounds like the typical troublemaker online assault. Like, don't take anything anyone's saying seriously, but introspection is needed, and you need to find a way to be comfortable with the calm, if you know what I mean. And introspection is required for that. This is a journey that I cannot assist you in, because it is a journey of self-discovery. That's why you just don't join servers? I mean, okay, but then you're in constant pain. All I can say is work on yourself and just be more aware of your interactions with others. That's all you can really do. And maybe you find a path. But I'm not a psychologist, so this is like grain of salt everything I'm saying, please. Okay, what the hell am I doing? Completely derailing here. Are we selling these? I guess we could. You know what? I'm gonna send these to the guild. Merchant doesn't like me. What does that even mean? We'll do a couple of these. I am still in Thailand, yeah. Have you tried the model that's okay? AF is going to diagnose you now. Be careful. I'm going to leave that conversation to you guys. And I'm going to go hunt giants. Let's see. Why are they reducing the... That'll be gone soon. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Right there. Go here.
Hey, how you doing?
Dump this. And there's no guild. No, there's not. You don't need much inventory space for the giants, so I'm just gonna head up there and see how it goes. I only need... well... You know what? I may as well go for another full stack. Let's see if we can... how efficiently we can do it with the chrono boost. Because if I'm going to use it, I may as well go all the frick out, right? At least in my opinion. I'm Thai, can't you tell? When I simulate conversations, it's not a plan, it's just me thinking what to avoid, what to do. This is beyond my ability to provide any sort of qualified assistance. I think you need counseling. I would seek therapy, which is not a diss. It's okay. When I tell people that I think that they should seek therapy, they take it as an offense. This is not an offense. This is simply I'm sensing that you have some troubles, internal struggles that you need to work on, and the only way to work on internal psychological struggles is through therapy, at least the only known method. Some people will say like, oh, just go to the gym and shit, but no, that just avoids the problem and tries to externalize it. It's actually the same as cutting, but pretty sure it's empty, but we'll double check. 1 second, I gotta check on something. Oh shit, how am I gonna get to that folder? Anyways, There's something called BetterHelp online, I think. I have no opinion of it other than that it exists and it is therapy. That might be something to seek out, assuming you can afford it. If not, then obviously that's not a great idea. I am a passport bro. You're in therapy now. Oh gosh. It isn't an internal struggle. It's just genuinely annoying circumstance. Okay, so no. See, that's your mistake. If the conflict is always from you, there's something going on, and until you are able to acknowledge that, your therapy will not be successful. And therapy cannot force you to see that you have that internal conflict. It's something that you have to come to that realization in some fashion. And I don't know how you're going to get there. Okay, what is your opinion on Warcraft 3 Reforged and how it ended up looking, playing as a ship product? Were you happy, sad, disappointed? I was not particularly. I didn't like it. Okay, I'll just flat out say it. I didn't like what happened with Warcraft 3 Reforged because it changed my levels and I always get annoyed. I am one for the preservation of what came before. Preserve these things. Don't fucking change them and make them completely different. It annoys the actual living hell out of me. It's one thing to update the graphics. It's another thing entirely to change my freaking levels. And I would say that for anything. Like, don't just leave them as they were. If you're going to update the graphics and resell it, fine. But don't touch anything else. Like, StarCraft was the perfect remake because all they did was update the graphics. All right, hold on. I need to do this or I'm going to miss something. Where did I install to? There it is. I have to start up another game. 1 second. I was so ready, actually, that the recent bundle released since Warcraft 3 had a 2.0 upgrade, and the other two games that I loved but then saw they were using AI art. Yep. Just need to load in and check what my character has on them. Oh, fucking, that's what I thought. Yep. Okay. You think that the reforged art style was ugly? Yeah. I mean, a lot of people felt that way. It was not in the style. It was not in Sammy's style. And I feel like that is not. If it's not Sammy's style, then it's not Warcraft. But that's just my opinion, man. Did I just poison my bow? No, it didn't work. Okay. All right. Let us... I'm going to try one before Chrono Boost, and then I'm going to Chrono Boost with all the buffs and see how it goes. Wah! Oh boy. He is going to knock me down the mountain. Alright, we're going to use the Chrono Boost after this. %, we're using it. Yeah, that was rough. That was real rough, actually. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They added a lot of cool new models, like Dalaran and Lordaeron. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with them adding new stuff, especially for the purpose of supporting the editor. I just didn't want them changing my goddamn levels. Which they did. And it's nothing against the person who did it, who I know, and he's cool, but would have preferred that they stayed the way they were. That's just maybe my preference, though. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Wow, it took like no damage. That was like 100% mitigation there, huh? It's many people's opinion, really. Old Blizzard had always the best artwork, even a game like Against the Storm. Heroes of the Storm reminds people of Warcraft 3 because of the visuals. Yeah. It's Sammy's style. Without Sammy's style, to me, it's not Warcraft. Retail Warcraft kind of looks like if they tried to make a World of Warcraft anime. Which I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't mind a Warcraft anime, but I certainly didn't want it in WoW. Probably should have saved that for the other guy. Oh well. I never managed to get my high school buddies into WoW back in the day. It saddens me how so many prioritize HD over art style and design style. Yeah. It's... I mean, it's not even... It was just, like... How to put it? I don't know. It's just not great. Okay, he's just stomping on my face now. Those are supposed to be the easier ones. Bandage up. Definitely smoother with the world buffs. No healing, thank you. The parallel between cutting yourself in gym work for coping with serious internal psychological problems is brilliant. They're the same thing. It's externalizing an internal pain, and it's not healthy. I mean, okay, look. Obviously, going to the gym is healthier than cutting. Let me clarify that. But they are both trying to externalize an internal problem, which it doesn't help you in the long term, because in the case of cutting, obviously you're doing damage to your body. In the case of going to the gym, you're just avoiding resolving a mental health issue. Oh, he is kicking my ass. Okay, we're not gonna die here. Yeah, I got real greedy there. Oh boy. Just shows how deadly these guys are. It surprised me how universally hated villager kid models were, right? Like, people seem to hate it so extremely it was weird, but then again I was in a bad community. Oh, I thought they were okay. I don't know. I mean, they're kind of blocky. They're old school. I don't know. I have no real attachment to them one way or the other, I suppose. When I think about it, the Culling of Stratholme instance, Wrath of the Lich King, is probably designed the way it is because of your level design in Warcraft 3. They surely used your idea in design. They did. Oh, hello. Oh, that was unexpected. Alright, we're gonna have to bandage after this. Is every single thing gonna drop an item? because it's gonna fill up my goddamn inventory. Is that guy coming? Oh god. Yep. Let's use up that extraneous one. Let's bandage. Oh, we can't. Alright. Oh, this is not good. Indecision. We're gonna go for it, I guess. I can vanish if the other one comes. I'm gonna start using my evasion in between. Just to, even though it's like a safety, I still have vanish, so I'm not too worried. Okay. It's gonna run out before I get over there, so no big rush. Wait for that. No healing? Whoa! Okay. We can now bandage again. The funniest part is that both are technically self-harm, but one benefits you and one makes you people concerned. Right. Exercise relies on damaging your muscles so they heal wrong, accidentally duplicating. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. Right. That wasn't my main point. It was just about externalizing pain. But now that you mention it, the pain from doing extreme stuff in the gym could literally be seen as exactly the same as cutting. Which is kind of interesting. Since you designed the culling, who is responsible for the whole scene of Jaina, Uther, Arthas talking? Who wrote the dialogue script? Chris Metzen, of course. All the intros and outros for every mission of Warcraft 3 were Chris Metzen. So, now you know. The level itself, the mechanics, the gameplay systems, all of that comes from reading Metzen's intro dialogue and outro dialogue and sort of, and sometimes he'll have a couple things in the middle if he wants to have like a turning point in the mission. Though for the culling there wasn't really one. There was I asked for an additional line, I think, about him asking for forgiveness. I think that's one of the additional lines I asked for. Because he needed to have some empathy for him. But the truth is that Arthas didn't really care. It was more about him getting beating Mal'Ganis. Anyways. Most of the additional lines that I wrote were about Arthas smashing in the buildings and like things related to gameplay where I felt like a response was needed. No problem. Question for you, did you have a favorite mission not counting the culling? Both one you did and someone else did. My favorite mission that I did that isn't the culling, and I actually prefer it to the culling, is the Dungeons of Dalaran in TFT. That's the mission where Kael'thas is in prison and gets rescued by Lady Vashj. And the reason that it's my favorite is just that it's so full of Easter eggs. Uh-oh, someone went the other way. All right, if they're going that way, I'm going to go this way. And maybe catch a couple that they didn't get yet. It's just a smorgasbord of stuff dropping today. Vanguard breastplate. I like that I'm like a ghost, but when I stealth, you can't tell the difference between stealth and the... Oh, what you call it? Oh, my hammer hit. Ah, damn. Real bummer. Alright. How many did we get? 7. You know what? That's more than a... That'll take me over the stack, so I'm good. I think that'll be enough for today. I don't necessarily want to run down there again and go through the whole thing. But I do still have 2 hours and 40 minutes. Or I still have 40 minutes of max buff. So it'd be a shame to not use them on something pretty powerful like this. Who knows when I'll get this opportunity again. You know what? I think I will do it again. Let's do it till my poisons run out. PvP Battlegrounds? No, 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 no. What do you do when you're max level? Oh, I see. I go hunting for raid materials and fishing. And little side quests that I missed. That's my cup of tea. Everyone has their own thing that they like to do, though. Why does the Flesh Golem have 50k HP? I don't remember. Does he really? Jeez, I can't see shit. I think I just wanted him to be super beefy. I don't know. Did I give you any tools that were like reducing HP by a percentage or something? Is he even someone you fight? I guess is the main question. The extra hidden map is fun. That was done by Michael Heiberg. But I did the Easter egg that leads into it with the sheep floating around. Which almost got cut. Because it was too weird. I'm like, it's a tower defense mission that you're going into. How could sheep flying around in a circle be too weird? I created lesser versions in the Dalaran ruins. Oh. I don't remember. That's honestly so long ago. You know, we also have to remember that I was young and not necessarily, what you call it, making all the best choices. Is there any way I can... Nope. Let's just heal up then. Since he's a big boy. That's a big boy. 8883. Poor guy. Almost perfect. Ooh. Stop hitting me. 5,600 HP. Okay. Wait. 1 extra 0. Yeah, that makes more sense. I think that's the default for that particular monster. I'm not sure. I may have given him more for some reason, but I don't remember if I did or why I would. Remember, these are things I did A, over 20 years ago, and B, in many cases, very late at night with not much sleep. So, you know, not necessarily the best frame of mind. Certainly not good for remembering. I'm being followed, I see. Ouch. Hmm. I remember a gigantic Pandaren secret in Tyranda's campaign. Did Samwise wanted that? Tyranda's campaign. Oh, the giant panda. No, Tim put that in. I did the cinematic for it. It's in my Warcraft 3 AMA series. If you watch that series, I think someone asked specifically about that, and I go into the whole thing, and I think I even open up the editor and I show you exactly how it works. Because there was a secret element to it that even I didn't remember. Wherein, depending upon which character you discover it with, like if you discover it with one of the secondary units you have, they all have different reactions to the giant panda. Not like massively different. Like no one goes into a dialogue thing about it, but I'm just saying they all have slightly. Why is berserking not going off? Jesus, I hate that. Slightly different reactions. Really? When they get that kickoff as they die, it's just so annoying. Nobody knew that. I didn't even know it till I opened up the editor and looked at the triggers again. I think the reason why is your hero is almost always going to be leading the charge, so the hero is the one who would be doing the reacting, but the heroes don't have a reaction for it. Only the secondary units do. So you would have to purposefully go out of your way to, because of how formations work, do that. Which is in itself interesting that I did all that extra work effectively for nothing. For something so niche that no one ever noticed. Because you would only ever technically see that once. A question for you regarding the mod I have. Did you want to know its basic premise? It's a melee mod with simple lore. Okay, go ahead, tell me. Tell me all about it. There are some monsters units unique to the campaign. Rexar campaign had a lot of them. Yes, Tim had to do a lot of custom work to make the Rexar campaign work. The Orc campaign in TFT. If it were not for Tim Campbell, there would not have been any Orc campaign at all in the TFT expansion. Because that was originally... Why is he not moving? Never seen that before. That's kind of weird. Because we had cut... We'd cut it. How are we doing here? 12. Nice. Nice. The custom race is that... Did I miss anything? I don't know. Oh shit. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Had to drink the potion just in case. That was unfortunate. I need to go on a pickpocketing spree to build back up my major healing potions at some point in the near future. Oof. Better use a red than dead. Custom race is the Infernalist sect or the Infernalists, a sect of Burning Legion that seeks to... Did that not take effect? Okay, that's annoying. That seeks to... Just die. Thank you. Alright. All done. Wonderful. Let's head back. Okay, the custom race is the Infernalist sect or the Infernalists, a cult of Burning Legion that seeks to regain favor with Sargeras by winning where he failed. Taking Azeroth, they worship Felfire. They believe it is pure power to be spread and might be open to outright becoming followers of the base element of fire itself. So Ragnaros? interesting. Could be a compelling campaign, though it's an evil campaign, so you have to bear that in mind when making your choices about where it goes. Rexar campaign is probably one of your favorite parts of any campaign in game. I really appreciate Tim's dedication to his work now. Yeah, absolutely. Tim has always had a strong I hope I'm not getting sick. Suddenly I feel feverish. He's always had a strong what you call it? Understanding of what players would like. It's just unfortunate that his aspirations of what he'd like to bring to the player base doesn't always match what is possible. Like with Stormgate, for example, it's been a struggle for them, I know. But what do you think about the saying that World of Warcraft died with the death of the Lich King? Seemingly not inaccurate. But obviously World of Warcraft is still going strong, so it's a bit hyperbolic. But yeah, Stormgate could certainly use a more supportive community right now. I can tell you that. Personally, Sylvanas' Half of the Undead was my favorite campaign, but that one mission is satanic. You know the one I mean, caravans. Oh, yeah. Well, the whole point was she was starting to embrace evil, I suppose, in her own way. Definitely a tragic figure. Unfortunately misused in World of Warcraft. But whatever. Any dungeon runs tonight? I wasn't planning to, Shokasan. In fact, I have other obligations. Ooh. I'm not late. Let me check. Let me check how much time I have left right now. Is that 1 o'clock? Nope. I've got less than an hour left. So, however, I think that's 1 hour where I have to, I'm going to be playing Engines of Fury on the Discord, the Engines of Fury Discord server. And then after that, I think I'll probably either return to WoW or I might, watch Arcane Season 2. So I'm still deciding where I'm going to put my time, I suppose. They're powerful, high damage, but run out of steam if a battle lasts long, way before the other races do, and is very rich with spellcasters. Over half of the roster has spellcasting. Yeah. And you've fully built out them as a multiplayer RTS thing? Hopefully not with the intent to balance them for it, because I think what you'll find is basically they'll have to rush. There'll be the rush race. And then they'll feel like Zerg, even though they're supposed to be these, like, infernal demons. I don't know.
Be good. Spirits be with you, man.
Plenty of Frostmaul Echo.
Good to meet you.
Nice. Move this up here. Move that there. Down. There. Go sell my trash. You intend to balance them, you just lack testers. I have a... is it a video? Or I think it was one of the questions in the Ask Me Anything series. Where I talk about RTS balance. So that might be a video worth watching. Let's see here. Yeah. I've never seen anything so Traveler's Helm. Oh, it's like a Viking three-prong thing. I think I have this aesthetic look already somewhere, but let's just double check. I guess I did not. So now we've got that. Sell it.
If you ever need anything.
This chest. Interesting blue color. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It is! It's boob armor! No. What? Hold up. Oh, for real? Wow. Okay. Okay, guys. Alright, that's going up for sale for like 200 gold.
Interesting.
I bet other people are selling it. Oh, you idiots. I'm cornering the market on boob armor. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Alright. But now you all know that's boob armor. I can't believe it. I can tell you about the first 3 units and maybe heroes if you want to review the way I made them. You know, honestly, I don't have the time for that. I think that's definitely something you need to bring to the community and someone closer to modern RTS design, because I am old school. Stallcraft? I was playing Stallcraft. That's the Stalker Minecraft thing, right? Yeah, I was playing that. Maybe I'll join you guys later. Tried arguing with classic WoW players that raw player numbers do not correspond to the quality of the game. Just because Turtle doesn't have 100k plus players doesn't mean it's the inferior version. If anything, Turtle WoW has a much higher quality user base and more loyal fan base. Yeah, I know. I played it. I played Stallcraft. It's crazy to me how WoW back in the day had such a high barrier of entry. $15 sub and still got so many players. I know, right? But back at the time, there wasn't an alternative. Who was messaging me? You like Tool? Everyone likes Tool. Everyone should like Tool. Why are these so cheap? I think I decided I was going to send them to the Bank of Nerds instead. You try your best not to do chaos damage spam? Yeah, I mean, good, I guess. Could also send these to keep us, but nah. Someone will find some use for them. Alright, let's create all these. You try to follow the way other races are designed to reference how to make mine. For example, I noticed the pattern of offensive ability, utility ability, aura, ultimate for heroes. Yep, generally speaking, that's what we followed. Ping from Thailand around 250 milliseconds. I didn't notice anything, it's fine. Yeah, I played for like a day or two, and then I got a little bit bored and frustrated with it, because I kept dying on one of the easier things to, that, well, like one of the first missions, I guess. I don't know, Stallcraft definitely had its charms, and it was very unique, but I don't know how long-term I would play that. But if you guys are playing, it might be more fun to go with as a group. Because generally speaking, you run into PvP shit I'm assuming you guys are all on the stalker side, the correct side, right? And not the mercenaries or the dipshits. Those are the two other factions. There's only one correct choice in a game called StarCraft. Come on. Oh, I wonder what they'll say when Unreal Turtle WoW does come out and Blizzard doesn't remove it because they can't. Yeah. I don't know. People, one of the reasons people choose not to play Turtle WoW right now is that they're afraid it'll get shut down, but literally Blizzard can't shut them down. Aside from paying people to try and hack the servers. Not that I'm accusing them of anything, I'm just saying. Copium was really strong, I can imagine. Bash has a dodge chance for incoming attacks. Is this purely for map makers, or was this a cut mechanic? I don't know what Bash is. So no idea. You played 10 hours in the last 3 days? Okay. So you're not too far out. You're on the stalker side, not the evil dipshit bandit side. Excellent. Good, good. I can maintain my respect for you. Retail WoW is really a different mentality. It very much is. It's a different game now. It's not this. This is classic. This is real WoW, in my opinion. Retail is... It is what it is, I guess. Bash is an ability Mountain King has that has a % chance to both stun a unit for 2 seconds and to deal bonus damage. Oh, yeah. If it hits. Or rather, it's on melee attack. I did name all those NPCs. Every single one of those. What was the inspiration behind those names? That's a good question. There wasn't any particular inspiration. I would say that... Okay. How do I put this? So, when you're growing up, you read a lot of books. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I read a lot of books. And in reading all these fantasy books and sci-fi and all that kind of shit, you just sort of have this sort of engine of things in the background. And I couldn't even tell you what my process is for generating a name other than I try to make it sound like it's correct for the character and what they do. So, for example, Saragra Darkthorn. Saragra just sounds like a female orc name to me. Darkthorn in that she's a dark thorn in the side of men because she was a misandrist. She hated men. But I didn't think of that. Like, it wasn't like so on the nose when I did it. Darsok Swiftdagger is a rogue, an orc rogue. Whizbang Crank Toggle is just what I think gnome names sound like, because they're all sort of mechanics in some fashion. Tok'ran Pathseeker is a hunter. Kargal Battlescar is a warrior. Ileana is, I think, a dryad. Delgrin the Purifier is from Warcraft 3. He's one of the names I put in that game for paladins. So I pulled out that name, and he's one of the survivors of Arthas' attack. Balthiel Shadowstrike is, he's a rogue. Night Elf rogue. So these are just what I felt those names, like this race and class, this is sort of a name that sounds like it. My only problem I have with Turtle WoW is trying to figure out which armor set to make Holy Ret or Prot. Ooh. That I couldn't help you with at all. I have no idea. Who drew the WoW political map? I have no idea. Not a single clue. I would assume it was Metzen, but I'm not so sure. It could have been Richard A. Knack, but I'm not sure about that either. I don't know where it came from. How is this not? Okay, who the hell is messaging me? Stop it. Let me read this real quick. You've known me for years. Huh? This is very suspicious. I'm not ready to investigate this. I can't believe that didn't sell. Literally don't believe it. It must be invisible. Why did you name your Turtle WoW character Zenrai? Does that not sound like a female troll? Zenrai? I be Zenrai. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. It's if you just absorb enough, it just comes out of nowhere. I couldn't even begin to describe how this creative process works anymore. I just know that it involves the consumption of a lot of media. How did Balthiel become an apprentice of Dahlgren? I don't remember my storylines anymore. I would have to... you know what? I don't even have the original sheets. So I can't even look it up anymore. It's just lost to time. I could try to remember, but it would be... What was my reaction to the do you guys not have phones? I've never cringed so hard in my fucking life. The moment he said it, I was like, oh no. What have you done? And yeah, to this day, he has to live with having said that, which is sad because he's a really nice guy, and it was just a really... They came at it from entirely the wrong mentality, and as a result, got the slap. Got the slap. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I like to think that I would never make such a mistake, but it's... who knows? I could, like, flub it one day, or maybe start living in a bubble where I don't understand what players are feeling anymore. It's possible. Let's see here. We'll just put one up. Bastards. Are those mine? No, they're not. Just one. He's got 8 of them, though. Why does no one want this? Price went up. Super bizarre. Go down here. Maybe I'll find a reason to eat this. Probably not. I'm curious, do you like the WoW old gods? In which case, which is your favorite? Cthulhu for me because I felt he acted like a damn machine yet had a genuine menace. I don't know. I don't really know much about the Warcraft old gods. You know, the first time I saw the Warcraft old gods was when Tim put one in his level in TFT. That was my first understanding that they existed in Warcraft. So I don't know any other names. I don't know all that stuff. All I know is it's very, very much strongly inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. So I do like H.P. Lovecraft. And so if you're asking me what I think about Lovecraftian old gods kind of stuff, I really like that sort of existential horror. And so did the writer of Conan the Barbarian, because him and H.P. Lovecraft exchanged letters, and in Conan the Barbarian, in the Conan writings, he mentions the old gods. So he actually built it off of Lovecraftian lore as well. They had a collaboration. Worst cringe, in my opinion, was you think you do but you don't because you have a button for LFG and you're in a dungeon. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. Jab really amped up the stupidity on that one. I don't know what he was thinking. This auction add-on is called Aux, A-U-X, and it is, wait, is it? I think it's in the launcher now? I hope it is. If not, you can find it on GitHub. It's also on the Turtle WoW approved add-ons section of the website, I think. I think he probably felt frustrated that he and his team had spent so much time working on the game that when people started booing it without playing it, he was negatively surprised and it just came out. It was something along those lines, but he definitely should not have reacted emotionally to that. There was a right way to make that announcement, and they just somehow didn't do it correctly. You personally can't enjoy existential horror? It bores you? That's nice. I prefer WoW's style of nothing is truly unbeatable, everyone can lose. The Eldritch are just absolutely horrifying. Yeah, fair enough. Sometimes it's nice to have the true horror of the existential horror genre, is that it is unknowable. I had another 20 just sitting there. What else is expiring? Oh. No, it doesn't work. It's not for that. It doesn't... Yeah, you have to... That's not going to work. Oh, I don't want to. Why? You're going to make me sick because I know you... Maybe you already did. This is for a ball. It's a ball pump. It says it right there. Like a soccer ball or a basketball. This is not for balloons. Don't kick that. Oh, it's covered in juice. Ah! What are you doing? Ah! What are you doing? Yeah? You see the alcohol spray? What do I do with it? No, not the pump. What the hell did I do with it? Gone. Alright. Can you bring this to mommy? Oh. Get to mommy. And scare her with the mask too. Old gods and WoW are unkillable? Yes, they are. They're connected to the world. Uh... There is a way to do existential horror in WoW correctly, but it would require significant programming to make it work correctly. And I would refer you to probably the best existential horror game. It was called Eternal Darkness, I think. It was on the Nintendo, believe it or not. Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. It's actually an action game, but it is the best depiction of what an existential horror game can be for its time. There could be newer games that are closer and better, but I haven't experienced them. So I would check that out. All right, I'm just going to try and sell this. Fine, 4 silver, I don't care. And more crabs. Where them crabs at? Get out of here. Okay. We're all good then. Yeah, we're all good. Am I missing anything? Am I low on frost potions? I need to make sure I have everything ready for Nax. Nax will be... Is it tomorrow? Oh, it is tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning I'll be doing Nax. Morning NA time. Or morning my time. So. Oh. Let us save this as my 3rd specialization.
What are you looking for?
She didn't want it? Oh. Why not? Do you want it? It's tea. You like it? Okay, you can take it, but you have to take it downstairs, okay? Oh, you don't want it. Why not? It's no good? Oh. What was that? We did finish off Yasharj. Ironically, Yasharj was the example of why we can't afford to kill them, yet also proof that if weakened enough, their grip on Azeroth weakens them. I know that it's you behind the mask. You can't scare me anymore. Why don't you wait for Halloween? Can you even see with that on? Oh, yes. It's you, I know. Imagine a worldwide event when the whole world gets submerged into darkness and a thundering voice inside your head for every Azerothian spells your doom. Yeah. You're debuffed and cursed for 2 hours. Random effects depending on a class. Things like that, but also like... It needs to be more subtle initially. Like things like just blacking out people's screens periodically. Hearing normal game things, but out of position and out of place. So imagine you go into a dungeon and then you hear like, you know, Kel'Thuzad, things like that. Or just like sounds of monsters nearby that aren't there. Yes? Or spawning in a world boss on top of someone, but it's like, then it disappears after a minute. Or like it just chases you periodically. Things like that. All sorts of fun stuff. Sounds unfun to have randomly, but a once-off event, amazing. It has to be super rare, otherwise it doesn't work. Warframe did a good job of it in the lead up to this big reveal. But I don't want to ruin that. You should all play Warframe up to a certain point. Alright, let me think here. What was I looking for? Here it is. Greater Frost Protection. I only have 7. And I think I need to bring this with me. It's not scary because I know. I know it's you. Yeah. You think you're scary? Yeah. It's not scary. No, I don't want it. No, 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 no. No, 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 I don't want to wear it. Uh-oh. You don't need your frost set day one. Let me double check here. Do I have multiple things scheduled at the same time? I think I might. Oh, I've got 10 minutes. Crap. The rarer, the better. And the less people involved, the better. Because the whole point is to convince an individual that they're insane. And if too many other people can see it, it's not very convincing. They'll be able to get reassurance. You don't want them to get reassurance. Ah! Really? You're gonna watch TV now? This one? Why is he vaping? The thumbnail, he's vaping. I don't like that. I have a design philosophy belief that I'm unsure if it's just radical or extremist, but I believe every aspect of a game should be usable by the end game. Is that wrong? I don't even know what that means. What does it mean for everything to be usable? I hate RPG level ups increasing stats that makes the level 1 areas into nothing. You arbitrarily never worry again. Yeah, 100% disagree with you right there. Because a level 1 can never kill a level 100 arbitrarily. Yeah, but that's the thing. It feels arbitrary if a level 1 can kill a level 100. You agree, kinda? I'm sure there's lots of people who agree with this sort of thing, and then there are tabletop RPGs built specifically for you. World of Warcraft is not one of them. Imagine an Undead Scourge infiltration event. Neutral Scourge acolytes appear here and there in Stormwind or Ironforge. 20 of them perform a sacrificial ritual, and they all die opening portals for main forces of the Scourge with Abomination. That'd be awesome. That's the sort of event I'd like to see. No gun should be obsolete by the end of an FPS. No unit should be useless in late game of RTS. I guess. Depends on what kind of game you're building. But if you have like a pea shooter at the start, and then you run into a monster that's like fully armored, I guess should it work on him? I don't know. Whenever you take extremist views like this, you're going to run into cases where it doesn't work anymore. So just bear in mind that any sort of extreme view always has to have cases where it doesn't work, or else you become obstinate in the face of things that go against your philosophy, which is just an arbitrary philosophy that you've decided and now you're going to try and enforce on others. I can see why you run into problems. You're an RPG crack addict? Me too, Shokasan. I think there are systems where, like, the game remains deadly throughout. Cyberpunk, for example, as a tabletop RPG is one of them. Not the video game itself, though. Age of Empires 1 has obsolete units like the Axeman. Yeah. You have to upgrade the once you get into the, like, bullets and stuff, an Axeman becomes useless. In StarCraft, Warcraft 3, Age of Empires 2, every unit is viable till the end. Generally speaking, yeah. Though some of them become less useful than others, like... Well, the Zerglings get the Crackling upgrade. I think that rather than statistical increases, level up should unlock tools, not stat. Well, that's a different game. Like the brute you discussed, if it has bulletproof armor, you lack tools as a level 1. Well, now you're saying that as a level 1 can't beat the armored guy. And you previously your stance was that the level 1 should be able to. So your philosophy has holes in it. You shouldn't be so adamant about a position that has obvious flaws like that. So it needs to be basically be done properly for leveling, but some people do 0 side quests, some are completionists, you'll never please everyone. Of course not, you'll never please everyone. The importance is to have a vision for the game and to follow that vision through. Bye, AF. I'll see you later. Rather than being just arbitrarily unable to damage them due to stats. If the stats of the gun of a pea shooter doesn't work on the super armored guy, that makes sense. It's not arbitrary. My personal biggest problem with melee SC2 is that Reapers are just nerfed to the point it's kind of disgusting. Reapers? Yeah? What? You scared of what? Oh. If you like StarCraft, check out the YouTube channel StarCraft Roleplay. Oh, I saw that. It was hilarious. He did like an all battlecruiser play as a Protoss because he mind controlled an SCV. And then he was able to build like 400 food worth, or no, 200 food worth of battlecruisers. It was kind of crazy. And then he would like teleport them in and out using his Protoss stuff. Reapers deal 2 damage while attacking twice and hit every like 1.8-ish seconds. Oh, the human unit, the Reaper. What? What? You're done with this? You don't want to see goldfish? You want to change the channel? For what? Dolphin. Water park? Blah. Not one level 1, but maybe 1,000 level 1 should be able to? Maybe. Why do I hear Metal Gear Solid sound effects? I don't know. Alright, I'm out of time. I've only got 5 minutes left before this thing. So if you want, you can join me on the Engines of Fury Discord. I don't know if you've, or if you guys are all familiar with that, but I'll be playing the next act, an early alpha test build called Cliffside, and showcasing that. It's the desert tile set map for the game, and I'll be playing that with the community. After that, I don't know. Maybe I come back and empty my inventory and go fishing, or maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. We'll see. All right, guys.